Hi class, let's take a look at division of polynomials. Now, example A actually has the following problem at the bottom, and you're going to be dividing by a monomial. So if the problem just says divide by a monomial, or in this case you only have a single term there, what you're going to end up doing is creating multiple fractions. So in this case, this is 4x to the second divided by the values of 3x. Give me just a second. And then you're going to have a plus, and then you technically have a negative 2x on the top divided by a 3x, and then a plus a 4 divided by a 3x. So our main idea now is you're going to try to reduce each one of those fractions as much as possible, and that will technically be the division of the polynomial. So for the first term, the only value that cancels is going to be one of the x's. So you're going to end up with 4/3 with a single x, since technically x to the second divided by x is x. And then on the second one, we end up with a cancellation of the x's. So technically minus the values of the 2/3. Whoops. And then unfortunately on the last one, there's nothing to do, but we just have to put a disclaimer. So in this case, it's 4 divided by the values of 3x. And technically this division is complete as long as no value gets evaluated in the denominator. So in this case, x cannot equal to the values of 0. Now, when these show up on a problem for the software typically just wants the division. It doesn't care about the division by 0, but we have to technically include this here for any non-software answer, because technically what you have here is a ratio where if you were to plug in 0 at the bottom, then this portion is not defined. So any solution that you're turning in to me, if it has a variable at the bottom, you have to provide the disclaimer that technically that division is not valid as long that division is not valid if that value were to be 0. Now let's take a look at example B, and it's almost the same problem, but the denominator happens to be divided by a binomial. So in this particular problem, we have to do the long division. So we're looking at x plus 1, and as we carry the division, let me just rewrite this in this format. We're looking at a 4x squared minus the values of 2x plus the 4. And remember that this algorithm starts as follows. So you're first looking at x times what? It's going to give you the first term. So that's only going to occur if you multiply by the values of 4x. And then the next step is going to be, you're going to multiply the 4x times those two. And then we're going to write them at the bottom. So technically, you're looking at, 4x times x, that's going to give you the 4x to the second. 1 plus the values of 4x is going to be plus the 4x. And the first iteration of this problem occurs when you technically subtract the polynomial that results from, multiplying the 4x. For this problem and any division that you're doing as you apply long division, your first two terms cancel out. So you're looking technically at, after the subtraction, at a minus 2x minus 4. So technically minus a 6x. And then we have to drop the plus 4. Now that's the end of the first iteration. We have to continue this process until, you end up with the constants here. So the next value that you have to consider, it's basically x times what will give you a negative 6x, and that's only going to occur if you were to use minus 6. And let me just erase those two. But once you find which value matches the negative 6x, this negative 6, it's going to multiply those two. And now we're looking at x times negative 6, negative 6x, and 1 times negative 6 is going to be a minus 6. And remember that at this point, we have to switch the signs. This is going to be a positive, and that's going to be a positive too. So the x's cancel. This is now plus 6 plus 4. That's going to be a 10. Once we reach the constants, this one represents your actual remainder. So your final answer, you would actually say that 4x squared minus a 2x plus a 4 divided by x plus 1, it's equivalent to a 4x minus 6 plus the values of 10, your remainder, over the values of x plus 1, as long as x cannot equal to negative 1. Once again, the main answer is all of this, but the software's only going to care about the actual portion of, well, the polynomial that results here and the rational expression.